Mr. Byrd. This is your Senseilue here. How are you doing?
I'm doing great today. It's a beautiful day out.
You're doing great? Can't hear you.
I'm doing great.
Oh, okay.
It's an awesome day out. The weather's awesome.
Hey, this week, my students will be learning about ethics and relationships.
Oh my goodness, that is a great topic.
Isn't it? Yes.
It's a great topic.
Tell me, you're in business?
Yes, I am.
What kind of business do you do?
I do graduations for BYU and other colleges around the country.
I see. And in doing business, what can you tell me has been the key to your success?
Basically, relationships, Sensei.
Relations.
It's all about relationships.
I see. Relationships. Yeah? And what can you tell the kids here about relationships?
It will be the most important piece of your entire life, whether it's in business or personal. Your relationship piece is most important out of everything you do in life.
I see. What are some of the things that you would do to build relationships and make more friends?
Well, I think first you got to understand the person that you're trying to make that relationship with. Whether, again, it's a business or it's a friend, you got to understand their culture. I think that's really important, how they grew up. That's always important. And if you're in a business, you got to understand what that whole business culture is. Then once you understand that piece, Sensei, then you really got to work really hard at learning what that culture is so that at that point you can then immerse yourself into it, whether that, again, is a business or a relationship with someone.
Oh, very good. Hey, what do you know about ethics? The students are going to need to learn about how to conduct themselves in business, how to do business the right way. What can you tell about ethics?
Well, there's this woman named Ella Jones. She's my mother, and she's heavenly up above us right now. But I got to tell you, she taught us always to do right first. And that would be the most important thing about ethics. And she would always say, if you can't come home and tell me about it, then it's probably not something you should be doing.
Oh, I see. And where did you grow up?
I grew up in a place called Middletown, Connecticut. It is way across the United States.
And in Middletown, Connecticut, is that like Utah?
Very different than Utah. Yeah, much less space. We don't have the mountains that you guys have either, but still high school was going to be very similar. I went to Middletown High School, and it's a great time of your life, but I think the challenge that you have is that ethics relationship piece when you get into high school before you go to college. You got to really start to work on that.
Yeah. Would you say then that your ethics is closely tied to your culture?
Absolutely. There is no question about that. And everybody has a different culture. So that's really important to understand.
I see.
And you have to spend some time in those ethics, in those cultures to figure out some of those ethics that they may have.
I see. Very good. Well, is there anything else that you would like to say to these young people here about what, tips you would give them for how to have a happy life in high school?
Well, I think, again, it always goes back to the key. One of the things that I would always tell you that, again, my mom actually worked at the high school. So it made it kind of easy for me to stay within the boundaries that she taught us, the foundation that she gave us. So in high school, I didn't have any challenges around ethics because I always just tried to do the right thing because I knew that if I didn't, Mom was going to be right there in the office looking me in the eye as I walked in trouble. So always, you're going to weigh it sometimes. Try to weigh the best route versus the not so good route.
Well, Mr. Byrd, it's good chatting with you today, and best of luck to you.
Well, thank you, Sensei Lou, and you have a great time with the kids tomorrow, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you.